Hey guys, Chris Lopez here with JerseyBeast.tv at the pit. Now, when we think of muscle building and gaining strength, we don't necessarily think of bodyweight exercise as having any value. I know when I was younger, in my 20s, and I was more into bodybuilding, strict bodybuilding, and I thought bodyweight exercises were for chumps. I thought they were for guys who didn't want to lift, And the reality is bodyweight exercises can be very, very useful in building muscle and building strength, because whenever you're moving your body through space, you're actually hitting your nervous system pretty hard. You figure in push-ups, you have to keep your core nice and tight. You're contracting, not only your chest, but you're using your back, you're using your shoulders, triceps. If you're sitting on a fixed bench because you're laying down, your core isn't activated as much as it would be if you were doing a weighted push-up or something to that effect. Okay, so bodyweight exercises do have their value when it comes to building muscle. I feel like we skip over them because at some point when we get nice and strong and we get really jacked and big, they get pretty easy to do. Push-ups, if you're cranking out 2-3 plates on the bar for bench, push-ups are relatively simple. Pull-ups, if you're a pretty relatively strong guy, pull-ups get pretty easy to do. You're doing a lot of pull-downs and you mix in pull-ups, and at some point you're going to be banging out 10, 15 pull-ups, no problem. Bodyweight squats, if you're squatting 3 plates on the bar, bodyweight squats are very, very simple to do. You really don't even feel them unless you do like 1,000 of them. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips you can use to help increase the intensity of bodyweight exercises. Bodyweight exercises are great, number one, if you're short on time, if you don't have access to a gym, you have to get a quick workout in at home, or if you're away from home and you're away on business or something and you're in a hotel gym and you have to get a workout in, you can always resort to bodyweight exercise. But you have to make it intense. The key, obviously, guys, is intensity. You have to keep the workouts intense. If they're not intense, you're kind of spinning your wheels a little bit and you're not getting the max benefit out of your workout. So the first way you can make bodyweight exercises intense, okay? Very simple way. If you're at a regular gym or you're at your home gym and you have access to weights and you crank your chest and try workout, or your back and bi, or however you split it up, right? Crank out a set of bodyweight exercises at the end. So basically, if you're working on chest that day, and you've done your bench, you've done your flies, you've done all your bodybuilding, strength training exercises, hit a set of push-ups at the end to failure. I guarantee that you will fry those fibers in your chest and you'll feel pretty damn pumped up and swollen because your chest is already pre-exhausted from the workout, right? The next thing you can do, the next tip that you can do is do super slow reps. So if you're just doing a strictly bodyweight workout, okay, and you're doing push-ups and pull-ups and bodyweight squats, super slow reps works. So if you can crank out 50 pull-ups or 50 push-ups or 50 bodyweight squats, slow the reps down to 2 to 3 seconds on the positive, right? 2 to 3 seconds on the negative. Same thing with the push-ups, 2 to 3 seconds on the positive, 2 to 3 seconds on the negative. That will increase the intensity twofold, guys. It'll make it twice as intense. It'll make it very, very hard. You can even do 3 seconds if you want. I've heard of guys do as many as 6 seconds on reps, but that gets to be pretty brutal. But try it. You will fry those fibers, I promise. Okay? The third way you can increase intensity on bodyweight exercises is run them in a circuit. So let's say you're away from home, you're at a hotel gym. Run a circuit. So you're going to do, maybe bodyweight squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and then maybe Russian twists or crunches for core or abs. Okay? And what you do is you do a ladder, okay? So you do a circuit, a ladder. A ladder is basically, you start with a row of exercises, a group of exercises. You do 1 rep of everything, you start from the top. Do 2 reps of everything, start from the top. Do 3 reps of everything, start from the top. Short breaks, keeps the intensity up, keeps your heart rate up. By the time you get to 10, you're gonna feel pretty spent, I promise, okay? So with that, I would start with your legs and hip exercises first. So your legs would be squats and lunges, then your chest, which would be push-ups, back would be pull-ups, and then maybe some core work. Keep it relatively simple because the volume is pretty high for those. Going a step further, if you want to do something a little tougher than a ladder, we'll do pyramids, and we do them sometimes in here. You start from 1, you do that group of exercise all the way to 10, and then you go back down to 1. So it's like a pyramid, up to 10, back down to 1. Okay, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Okay, the next way you can increase intensity for bodyweight exercises is static holds. You crank out a set of push-ups. You can do this any number of ways, guys. One way I like to do is I'll crank out a set of 10 push-ups, hold the push-up in the up position for 10 seconds. Squeeze as hard as you can. Crank out a set of 10 push-ups, hold it up for 10. Crank out a set of 10, hold it up for 10. Okay? You can mix it up however you want. Let's say you get to a point where you can only crank out a set of 5, then hold it up for 5 seconds. Okay, so basically hold it up for as long as the number of reps that you do, if that makes sense. Same thing for pull-ups. You crank out a set of 10 chin-ups, boom, hold it up for 10. Crank out a set of 8 maybe on the next one, hold it for 8. So you get that static contraction. It really fries those fibers. For squats, I would say for squats, instead of just doing a squat hold, do like a wall sit. So your back is flat against the wall, your knees are bent maybe a little less than 90 degrees, and you're in that squat position. And you can do the same thing. Bang out a set of 10 bodyweight squats, sit on the wall for 10 seconds. Bang out a set of 30 bodyweight squats. See, with the legs, you could probably go a little higher on the volume, so that's what I would do, because your legs can take a beating, especially if you're pretty strong. Bodyweight squats you're not going to feel, so you really got to hit them hard with high volume. All right? That's it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys use these tips, and subscribe to the channel. Again, Chris Lopez, JerseyBeast.tv. I'll talk to you guys later.